acidity, salt, fat, and bubbles. Today, we're not dealing with the paper pairings. We're actually trying some of the most common foods with some of the most common wines. The rules are simple. I have 6 of the world's most essential wine styles with 6 street food legends. We're gonna use this random generator for the pairings, and whatever that decides, I will pair, I will taste. No redraws, no cheating. We're just gonna analyze it, taste it, and I will give you my unfiltered verdict, whether it's a great pairing or a total disaster. Welcome to the unconventional food and wine pairing challenge. So let's get started. So the first one is pizza and sweet wine. All right, so this is not something I would typically pair pizza with, to be honest. Today we have a ice wine, Riesling ice wine from Canada. Whew. I think the pepperoni and the salt kind of get in the way of that sweet. That being said, if you think about like sweet wine often paired with bread and cheese after dinner, that's fairly common. But here you've got the tomato plus the pepperoni. It's kind of a lot going on. For me, like a lighter red-bodied wine, maybe a Malbec could be good, but certainly a Beaujolais would be delicious with this pizza. And the other thing is, when we talk about sweet wine, there's ranges of sweet wine. Ice wine is one of the sweetest sweet wines you can find in terms of the amount of residual sugar, grams per liter. You can find what's called half dry or off dry. That might be a better fit for this particular pairing. I don't want to say this is a disaster because some people love sweet wine, but it doesn't work for me. So the verdict here for me is no, not with this pairing. All right, ready for the next one? Give it to me. Now we have all beef hot dog and Chianti. This is a Chianti Riserva, a little more structure, a little more oak on the wine. I generally love Chianti with Italian food, like tomato sauce. So like the pizza, the pasta, like Chianti is just slam dunk. There's just this raspberry and black cherry in Sangiovese that I think marries really well, as well as an earthiness that pairs really well with tomato sauce. This hot dog with Chianti works very well. I think it also has a lot to do with the quality of the product, right? You got a good hot dog and a good wine, you're generally gonna have a good time. I like this pairing. This thumbs up. All right. Send it to me. Next up, Cajun wings and Pinot Noir. Now the thing to think about here is you got a little bit of spice, you got a fair amount of salt, a little bit of fat obviously on that wing. To me, the more spice you have, the less tannic of a wine you want, because I think those two things fight. You got to balance astringency, so astringency in the wine, the tannins, with spice. So I'll give this a try. Not bad. Pretty good. This particular Pinot Noir has some oak on it. Again, I think what I'm getting in my mouth is that astringency. I think if we were going with a Cru Beaujolais, like a Morgon, that doesn't have as much tannin, has more fruit, that would be a slam dunk for wings. This wine, I think we're battling what I was just describing. What's my ideal suggestion for spicy wings? It's probably that half-dry Riesling. That's a wine that just goes with anything and everything. Is this a thumbs up? For me, this is neutral. This is neither thumbs up nor thumbs down. This particular Pinot Noir wasn't ideal for this particular wing. Next. Now we have Napa Cabernet and a hamburger. I think most of you know the answer to this question already because you've probably had Cabernet and burgers. It's a slam dunk. I mean, just like a piece of beef off the grill, big win. Thumbs up. The fruit and the tannins in the wine stand up well to that salty flavor of the meat and the texture. It's a winning combination. Now, the one thing I would say is this is maybe a more premium Napa Cab, which definitely warrants and deserves that ribeye steak off the grill. And when you get into the burger, you get pickles, you get Thousand Island dressing, you get some ketchup, you get a lot of other stuff going on that actually kind of competes with the wine, like not in the greatest way. So I think you can be very flexible with what you pair with a burger. I mean, as expected, probably my favorite pairing thus far. Burgers and Cab works. It just tastes delicious. Thumbs up. All right, give me the next one. Tacos and champagne. Sounds delicious. I'm very excited. Let me try it and give some feedback. I mean, the thing about champagne, it's really palate cleansing. If it's not too sweet, it tends to have a good balance of acid plus a small amount of residual sugar. And then the bubbles, the fizz just kind of cleanses the palate. I like it, very good. Honestly, I think champagne could pair with any of these foods. And with tacos, I think it's delicious. Highly recommended, 2 thumbs up. I did the chicken taco with champagne. I mean, in reality, champagne with any fried food is a big win. Good champagne lifts the spirits, makes every day better. All right, give me the next one. Next up is Chardonnay and Sushi. In this case, we're using a white Burgundy. So what that typically means is this is a Chardonnay that doesn't have much oak at all. So this is very fresh and crisp. The oaky, buttery style of like California Chardonnay, I always think about that wine with anything with butter or a little more fat. So for me, like heavenly pairing with chicken paillard or roast chicken. You've got palate cleansing, high acid white wine with a variety of flavors and seafood that's kind of the body again, the weight of the food fits really well. This particular sushi was like crab with the fried onion and cucumber. This white wine, white Burgundy, was a perfect match. Understanding the body of the wine and the body of the food is really important because that gets you really far. It really elevates the two. If you have a light-bodied food and a full-bodied wine, or vice versa, a full-bodied meat and a light-bodied wine, there just tends to be this clash and they don't really harmonize. So this white Burgundy and sushi, party in the mouth. Slam dunk. 2 thumbs up. All right, what's next? Next up, Sauvignon Blanc with carne asada. This can work on a really hot summer day. I mean, a really refreshing, crisp white wine, especially if you got spicy sauce in the taco. The other thing that's quite interesting is there's like cilantro and guacamole and fresh onion in this, and those things pair really well with Sauvignon Blanc. Cilantro in particular, if you think about salads or lighter food with Sauvignon Blanc, it generally pairs very well. One of the things that I'm not crazy about though is this is carne asada taco. So like it's a little bit heavier and this is a light wine, light-bodied wine, of course. So we have a mismatch in the body of the wine versus the body of the food. I mean, for me, I'm eating tacos. My wine of choice is Pacifico Clara. You know, I mean, it's a light Pilsner beer. that's generally. So if you think about light styled wines, it would be Vino Verde, great pair. One of those lighter styled wines, maybe a lower alcohol white wine, could work quite well and really be palate cleansing and refreshing with the tacos. So this one's a thumbs up, not 2 thumbs up. So there you have it. The beauty of food and wine pairing is that the two should come together to elevate and lift the palate and lift the spirits. You know, the fun part of this is seeing how the reality of tasting something can completely defy your expectations. But what happens when the expectation isn't a rule? It may be a price tag. You know, how much do you think a wine costs when you can't see the label? If you want to see some brutally honest, hilarious answers to that question, you have to watch this video where we took 3 mystery wines to the beach and had people randomly guessing the price. Thanks for watching. Cheers.